attendees on this webinar who may be considering pickup and delivery, what would be their first steps in determining whether they have an opportunity to start a successful service? And what's the best way to analyze the market potential? People always want to ask that, like, how do you know if you are in a good market for pickup and delivery?
You know, one of the things that we did, we were testing out a new market, and we added a link on our website. So when people in those markets, we did a landing page for those markets. And so when people were looking for laundry service in those markets and they type in, I don't know, laundry service near me, if they clicked on our link, it brings them to our landing page, and we capture their information. So we start to get a feel of how many people in the area are looking for laundry service. Additionally, you know, another way that what we've done is we really look at area codes and zip codes and use that to, I'm sorry, not area codes, zip codes, to determine if the people in that zip code are our ideal client, right? So if you identify who your ideal client is up front, then you can determine using zip codes and areas that you'd like to target and really focus on a small area and work your way back. You know, expand that area, but start with a very small area of people who you know are your target client, and use that target client base to expand your reach.
So Janet or Charles, I'm just going to open it up. Do either of you have anything else to add on looking at market potential?
So I think it's important that you have a point of sale service that deals with pickup and delivery, because for us, that was a lifesaver. We use Curbside Laundry. They're a company that actually has been in the business for generations, and they established a pickup and delivery service system where it keeps track of everything, and that's what kept us in the loop, I think, and had us prosper so quickly and so much over the short amount of years, is the fact that we had this system that actually kept everybody in order, knowing where they're going, where they're coming, what time they're getting there, how to pick them up, and how to process their clothes. And that system really was a lifesaver. And you know, I think it's important, if you're going to establish, you know, as far as knowing whether you have a market for it or not, I think the market is there because you can see that people look at Uber drivers and DoorDash, you know, everybody likes to get picked up, and everything likes to get it delivered. So the market is there. You just have to be aware of the fact that the area that you start to cover, you don't want to be in such a huge area where you're going from, you know, one place to another that's so far away that it's not cost effective. So you'd have to calculate your mileage and, you know, the gas and things like that, and your labor.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, laundry is kind of a need for everybody. And then, like you were saying, you know, who is your ideal customer? You want to look at and see, all right, maybe I have 2 or 3 customer types that I think are really good in my area. Well, okay, where are those people? And start advertising, you know, in those zip codes or in those areas. And I think we said, once you have a core base of customers, all right, now you can expand from that and service nearby areas. And once you build that density, the business will grow, I think, more. You know, I would say, you know, I'm in suburban New Jersey. You know, you would look around and say, all right, why would this be a good area? You know, on paper, it doesn't really make sense. But, you know, our stores have a very strong presence here. And, you know, it's that branding of, you know, whatever your brand is, and building from that. And, you know, I heard like an example that like Luke Williford gave. And he goes, if he opened like Luke's coffee shop on the corner, he might not do that much business. But if Starbucks opened there, they're going to do a whole lot more business, not because the demand for coffee changed, but because people knew, oh, that place has really good coffee. You know, if people know that, hey, you do really good laundry and you can take this chore away from them, you're almost creating that demand. You're creating that market. So that's kind of like my thought on that.